Today, we're going to do a tomato Greek salad. First thing we're going to need is some grape tomatoes. I love these because they're much sweeter than a regular tomato. Work well in this dish. We've got some garlic and some shallots, some fresh herbs. I have basil, parsley, and oregano. I'm using a Oaxaca cheese, which is a white cheese similar to mozzarella. Got a lemon. We're going to use some zest and some juice. Green olives, just your regular martini olive. Got some sliced pepperoncinis right out of the jar. An English cucumber, that way we don't have to peel it. For the dressing, we're going to use some balsamic vinegar and a little bit of olive oil. And we're going to tidy that all together with some salt and pepper and a dash of brown mustard so that we can emulsify the sauce together. That way the oil and the vinegar won't come apart. So first we need to slice those tomatoes. The easiest way I found to do it is just take a couple of quart lids and run your knife in between them, flat palm, so you don't cut your finger. Get as many as you need sliced up and then toss them in your bowl. You can toss in the olives and the pepperoncinis because they don't need any further processing. This is a relatively easy salad to put together, and it goes together rather quickly. Once you get everything together, you can let it marinate. I typically don't put it in the refrigerator, generally because tomatoes tend to lose their flavor in the refrigerator. So here you can see I'm slicing up the cucumber. I'm just going to put it into, bite-sized chunks. I'm not getting too crazy with it. The nice thing about that English cucumber, again, is the skin is edible. You don't have to worry about any bitter notes or anything like that. Now we're going to take some zest off our lemon. Remember, you only want to get the yellow part. Don't get any of the white. The white's bitter. That'll add some really good citrus pop to the salad, though. We'll cut this in half. I'm only going to use about half the lemon juice. I'm going to squeeze it right into the vinegar because the vinegar is already there. But you need that extra acidity. It really works well with the sweetness from the tomatoes. We're going to add a little honey later too. Here I am just cutting the shallot up, peel it like an onion. Shallots are pretty delicious. They're usually a little more mild than an onion, although this one was pretty potent. I like cutting it up into little half moons so you don't end up with rings on your fork. Slice it relatively thin. And just break them up and toss them in the bowl. That's another thing I like about this dish is it's not really got a lot of precision. You just kind of chop everything up, throw it together, and it's an amazing salad. I'm going to put these herbs together. I just wrap it all up in the biggest leaf we've got. Slice it into thin little ribbons. It's called a chiffonade. And then chop that chiffonade up into a small, little fine chop. The way your herbs go throughout the whole salad. Here you'll see I use my bench scraper to get those herbs up off my cutting board. It's an easy way to deal with small things. I'll also use it when I'm using my garlic, which you see here. Just one clove, cut up relatively fine. You don't want to get a big chunk of raw garlic in your mouth. it can be a heck of a wake-up call. I personally love raw garlic, but if you're not expecting it, it can be quite the surprise. I'm going to scoop that up, toss it in the bowl. Now for that cheese. This is that Oaxaca cheese. It's a Mexican cheese, so totally departs from Greek. But that being said, it's very similar in texture to string cheese, so like a low moisture mozzarella. And I really like that springy texture, and it works really well with the vinegar because it absorbs flavor and it stands up really well. It doesn't crumble like a feta would. Although a feta would be delicious in this application. Now it's just a simple vinaigrette. Just nice fruity Spanish olive oil, extra virgin. Some old balsamic vinegar, and there's that brown mustard. That acts as an emulsifier again, like I said before. It holds the oil and the vinegar together. There's some honey. That'll help emulsify and add a little bit of sweetness just to combat the tartness of that lemon. And just whisk everything up really vigorously and get everything mixed up good. Break those oil droplets up small so they can emulsify in that vinegar. Then you just put everything together. Put a little salt and pepper on there. And throw everything into the bowl. Give it a gentle toss so you don't crush the tomatoes. You're going to want to let this sit and marinate, like I said, 2 to 4 hours. Room temperature is fine, as long as your house isn't 90 degrees. You can put this in the fridge, but you're going to catch a lot more of the cucumber notes and the pepper notes, and you'll lose a lot of flavor in the tomatoes if you refrigerate it. This is more of a salad to put together right before you're going to eat it. Well, a couple hours before, I suppose. I'm going to add a little more salt and pepper. And that's just to taste, of course. Let it sit and marinate. Plate it up. It'll be a good first course. Great side dish. Garnished with a little bit of parsley and some more basil. There you have it. Tomato Greek salad. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.